Okay guys, I should be live. Hi and welcome to this Avengers Infinity War discussion and expectations. So, yeah, as you know, this movie is coming out on Friday and I'm gonna try to see it right away on Friday. And what do I think about it? I watched some reviews today, like a lot of reviews, of course, no spoilers. The movie seems to be like hour, not an hour, 2 hours and 30 minutes, which I think it's great because we have to have this in order to have a more complete movie. We have so many freaking characters in this, so I hope that they're gonna manage to give screen time enough to everybody, or at least um, to those heroes that are more important to the story. Hi to uh, RJ Zably. Hi. I'm glad that you caught the stream right away. So, so I wanted to talk to you with you guys. What are your expectations for the movie? Are you going to see it right away on Friday? And the most important question is someone going to die in this movie? And the answer to that, to me at least, is yes. So it's going to be fun, at least for me, to play the guessing game, and you can leave your suggestions, of course, in the live chat right here, or when you see this recorded in the comments down below, who is going to die, according to you. Now, if somebody have watched the movie, I think that nobody did, of course, except the official reviewers like Grace Randolph, of course, Jeremy Johns, Chris Tuckman, uh, all of those guys. I don't think that anybody else have watched the movie from the general audience, so I'm pretty sure that we are safe from spoilers until at least until maybe Thursday. I don't know, but the movie kind of comes out everywhere at the same time, I think. Merin J. Hi Tseko, that's very funny. Oh, yeah, you're right. The movie has a very high score right now on Rotten Tomatoes. It's about 80 something percent, which is to be expected, for a Marvel movie. Uh, but of course, I don't at all look at this usually. I mean, I look at this like for reference. Okay, overall the critics liked it, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna like it. So I'm not gonna allow this affect what I think about the movie, like not a tiny bit. Mm, yeah, hi Rio, hi to you. So guys, my expectations for the movie is that yes, it's going to be big, it's going to be colorful, it's going to have a lot of action, hopefully. And from what I've heard, Thanos has a pretty big character development right now, which is great. We need a good Marvel villain, we need good villains overall, something in movie history, something that's gonna left it's gonna leave, sorry, a mark in movies, like the Joker, from Christopher Nolan, for instance. Although, again, I'm not really that big of a fan of those movies, but I mean, we need someone like that, Darth Vader kind of a type in terms of how you remember him. Especially Marvel needs that. So I really hope that Thanos is going to be this. And as for the other characters, the heroes, our heroes, I don't know which of them are going to have like the bigger screen time. I assume that, of course, Captain America is more main hero, is going to have that. Of course, Iron Man, maybe Doctor Strange, but kind of a secondary, but still. Spider-Man for sure, it has to be, shown, because this is a new Spider-Man. We need to establish him more, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna use Spider-Man more in this. And it's pretty cool to see him in his new suit. That's very exciting to me. And how is even the new Iron Man suit is going to compare to Wakanda's technology, because it looks very similar to that. You're waiting for Aquaman and Shazam? Well, okay, but that is DC Universe, it's not the Marvel Universe, Black Joker. Um, quality from trailer to full screen can sometimes be what you not expect. I'm not sure what do you mean there. I'm not talking about this movie before seeing it, judging by the trailers. I'm just, yeah, like totally forgetting the trailers. I'm just, thinking about who is going to be the more, the more shown hero, and who is going to have the bigger role. And of course, who is going to die in this movie. And will you care if somebody even dies in this movie? Um, and well, Teko, yes, I actually do. Thank you very much for this compliment and an old line from a Bulgarian movie. Well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna reply to you. It's very funny. So yeah. Um. So yeah, guys. First, let's break it down. Yeah, of course, Thanos has the bigger role. I'm talking about the the heroes, not the villain now. So as for who is going to die, I think that this is the bigger question. Without any spoilers, of course. I've heard that something pretty shocking happens right when the movie begins. That's gonna define the whole tone of the movie. I'm pretty sure somebody is gonna die like la 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 la, like so casual, somebody walking on the street and something falls on their head and it's like Thanos. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea who's gonna die. In that manner, maybe. I don't know if that is true. I think it is because it's coming from a credible sources. But will I care even if somebody dies? That's an interesting question because, as you know, if you watch my previous reviews, of Black Panther and just the previous Marvel movies like Thor, the latest ones that came out just before this, nothing hit me emotionally, not Black Panther, not anything pretty much. So I'm kind of actually disconnected from the characters in a way, because the movies became so much like comedy instead of being like a balanced experience, which for me is not. They're more like comedies these days, and I need more seriousness, I need more substance to them, and at least for me, I didn't see that. And hi to Sand. Yes, good morning to you. Although it's very good night, but yeah. Hi Sand. Are you gonna watch Avengers, by the way? Let me know. So guys, in that line of thought, I'm currently not connected, emotionally with pretty much neither of those characters. So if anybody dies, if they didn't make the scene right, if I'm pretty sure that the actors themselves, they're gonna do a pretty awesome job presenting whatever death, whatever drama is happening on the screen. But I pretty much do not care about anybody, which I cannot believe that I'm saying this. I'm waiting for this movie with, very huge excitement. But since Avengers 2, my excitement in terms of, my emotional involvement with this movie and how the movie, uh, you know, how the movie is affecting me as a comic book fan, as somebody that is a superhero fan from since I was freaking born almost. It's just they just lost me. They just lost me. Unfortunately, gonna watch it tomorrow, like on a pre-premiere. Sound that's freaking awesome. I thought that I'm gonna be one of the first, but well, since you wanna give the money for that, the extra money, you're gonna watch it on midnight, I suppose. That's great. So yeah, guys. Especially with Black Panther, they totally lost me on so many levels. The political agenda, the all the other things that I don't want to get into. I made enough, very thorough explanations and videos and stream about that. So yeah, guys. So right now, when I'm thinking about all the heroes that could die, I could actually think that maybe some of the bigger ones are gonna die. Not sure if Iron Man specifically, but some of those, maybe Iron Man is going to be like the spectator of the deaths. I kind of think that that's gonna be his role somehow. Just a suggestion, I have no idea. So that is the fun part. Who is gonna guess who is actually gonna die? So leave your guesses here, as I said earlier. Leave the guesses in the comments and right now in the live chat. Mm, well, yeah, he's right. What Robin Williams said. Yeah, of course, everybody should laugh as much as freaking possible. Sand, but when it's too much laughter in those movies, you just don't care. You just don't take anything seriously, and the movie just loses substance. We can't have a real substance when everything is like freaking funny. And when you take Thor Ragnarok, for instance, which was the biggest downfall for me, in terms of seriousness and level of me caring, they, they took a very impressive story that was from the comic books and made it a complete joke. That is how I feel, and made it with like less significance that it actually has in the comic books, and it's a huge difference. um Alan Angel, Buffy Nation, oh, hi to you. uh, yes. Not everybody dies sand, and just leave your real suggestions, not such unserious comments, please. Yeah, I'm relatively okay, thank you, Alan. So yeah, guys, I really thought like who's gonna die. Maybe I'm just guessing here. It's going to be Vision, maybe Scarlet Witch, like maybe. If I'm pretty sure that Black Panther's sister will not die. Maybe Captain America, just maybe. Not just because Chris Evans's contract is ending. He can always renew that. We don't know what is happening behind the curtains. It's just that I really think that his death is going to be very, very, very significant. Yeah. Hi, Alan. Hi again. Um. So again, guys, like work with me here. Leave me your suggestions in the comments. Like, guess who do you think is going to die in this movie, and when in this movie? Somebody like I don't think Hawkeye is here. And if he was, he definitely should is going to die. Black Widow maybe is going to die if you ask me. Drax, somebody from the Guardians, I highly doubt it, unless it's someone less important. Maybe Nebula, because she's kind of a part of the team right now. Gamora, don't think so. Hmm. You know what I think, actually, now that I think about it, um, I think that somebody, like 2 or 3 people from the Avengers are gonna die, and I think that 2 or 3 people, like 3 is a bit much, but like 2 people from the Guardians also are going to die. That is what I think, actually. Because the two teams, there are 2 teams here, they they are gonna have to lose somebody to make them realize how serious this threat is. Thanos will do something that will make everybody just stop and take their shit together. Take their shit seriously. Sorry about that word. You know what I mean. Mm. Uh, hmm. Okay, I understand. A lot of people like Captain America. I like him too. I'm just saying that I got disconnected from the characters with time. One of the main characters, yeah, it's my guess as well. Mm. Mm. Well, that's gonna be very funny, Sand, if that was possible. Mm. Okay, so being British makes you somehow knowledgeable about these things. Oh gosh, you guys are funny. Well, if they make like an emotional scene, maybe they're gonna get me. But if they don't, people are gonna die, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, that was shocking. Wow, okay. And then I'm just gonna move on. And then I'm gonna be like, okay, that was shocking. Okay. That is how Marvel, went through, um, you know, how I took the characters before, the seriousness, the the way that they made me care about them, that's just no longer there inside me. But again, if the movie succeeds of making me care again, that's gonna be great. I want that. And again, somebody says that this movie didn't have a lot of story, but it had a lot of shock in it. So it was like shock after shock is exactly actually what the example that I gave. Maybe something like that is present in the movie as a structure of the film. A lot of shocking things happening, but not a lot of story actually to go around. But then again, when I watched so many reviews through the years, a lot of people said things that were never really in the movies. It was just how they saw the movie, how they explained it, but that was actually not there. So I don't believe anybody till myself, I myself, till I see the movie again, which is going to be on Friday. Hmm. Yeah, actually sent, yeah, because of the milestone and because Vision is, a good significant character, but he's artificial intelligence, he's cool and all, but he's not like on the level of importance of somebody like Captain America. Yes, he's more powerful, but he's not that kind of a main character, so yeah. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna be the only emotional part, Sand, but one of those for sure. Hmm. Okay. Now you're just messing with me, Alan. Never been to cinema still since 2008. Why? Why? How do you only watch your movies at home? I mean, I know movies, to go to the movies is expensive, but you're robbing yourself from the experience. Yeah, yeah, it's just not the same when you watch a movie at your home, even with the 3D big TV. That is great, but I mean, that is great to have that. You're just gonna have to wait a lot for the movie to come out on Blu-ray or on demand or, yeah, on 3D, especially if you want to see it on 3D. I mean, I've heard there was some kind of problem with Avengers, you know, um, coming only on 3D in America. I have no idea if that's true. Okay. Mm, yeah. So guys, those are my thoughts on the movie for now. My expectations. I expect the movie to be very interesting, very colorful, very like huge, big, massive. Um, I do think that there are too many characters in it, but it's still great to see all of those characters, and it took 10 years so we can get to this point. So I hope that the payoff to that is gonna be great. What? Yeah, I know, Sand. You have to emphasize the redhead, I guess, because you like redheads. Yeah. Well, she's great. I mean, I love Scarlet Witch, and I hope that she's gonna, show us more of her power. And you know what's gonna be interesting? Her and Doctor Strange, because their powers are kind of similar. They have similar, you can say, source of their power. I mean, one, Doctor Strange is not super because he was genetically altered, but he is super because he mastered that with his mind, and his abilities are his to have. Nobody just gave those to him. So but it's very interesting because he makes spells, things, and she works in other mysterious ways, but it's still magic. It's pretty awesome. Eh, Ivy dear. Well, Um, since you got here, Ivy, yes, you got late here, but don't worry. Just real quick, guys. I think I've talked enough for 20 minutes now. Uh, Please, write me down below when you see this recorded or right now. You guys that are in the chat, Ivy, of course, let me know. Do you think that somebody is going to die? Just let me know. And who? Just leave your suggestions when I do the review on Friday, God willing, on Friday night, which is going to be like 2 hours from now, from check your watches, 2 hours from this time, live review. um, Let me know, you know and then when I do the review, maybe I'm going to do like a spoiler part of it. We're gonna see who was right. Who was right. Just fun to do. uh, mm, Guys of the Galaxy 2 ending. Yes, and you just finished that sentence there. um yeah, what about him? Yeah, that's just too many characters to keep track on. Actually, that made me thinking, what about some other characters that we don't even think about, that were just shown for 2 seconds and they actually have a very big role for some reason in this movie. mm. Hmm. Ah, yeah, more common Doctor Strange. Okay, night night to you, Alan. Yes, Ivy, so just text me who you think it is gonna die. Thanos, Thanos is very, very similar to Darkseid, like so freaking similar. In terms of looks, not that much in power. I mean, power set, whatever they can do, they are different, but uh, not that they're Thanos. Thanos is kind of like Darkseid, just from the Marvel universe. He is. However we spin it, he kind of is. Yeah, although they're still not the same, but they're similarly equivalent. I heard somewhere that if we take the Infinity Gauntlet aside, Darkseid should be more powerful, but I'm gonna start that fight. Have to check. Mm. Mm. Very dramatic. Well, what to tell ya? I don't know about that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna check that as soon as humanly possible. Okay, guys, so I really have to go. You still can leave your comments down below. Like, make a list, top 5 of who do you think is going to die, or top 10. It's your choice, and we're gonna come back to those suggestions when I do my spoiler part of the review. Maybe I won't be able to do like a stream for both spoiler and non-spoiler review. Is not really a good idea. It's going to become very late for me. So maybe first a non-spoiler review, and then a spoiler one on the weekend as soon as I can. But for now, guys, as sorry, Bulgarian came out. Mm. On the side note, well, I will try, but some things are kind of changing right now, so I cannot promise you directly. But if I can, yeah, sure, why not? Although you live very far away, but I'm gonna try. Gonna try Sand. And yes, I wanted to say that I do prefer Darkseid. I always known about Darkseid, always watch the cartoons with the animation, all of that, and I only heard about Thanos. Thanos, at least where I live, was never famous, or at least like maybe 10% famous, compared to the 100% the Darkseid is. So yeah, for me Darkseid is number one, but Thanos should be very impressive. in this movie, so keeping my fingers crossed, guys. Good night to everybody. Let me know again what you think in the comments. Your top 5. My top 5 will kind of look like Black Widow, Vision, maybe Captain America, maybe Groot, but no, I'm pretty sure there won't kill Groot. Maybe Hulk, although why Hulk, but okay, let me just, you know, say that. Maybe Nebula, and maybe, War Machine. War Machine, yeah. That is my outright list of who is going to die, I suppose. And we'll see about, yeah, who is going to carry on the future, because a lot of people said that after seeing the movie they have no idea how the story is gonna continue, which again leaves me to think that a lot of people are gonna die. So yeah, text me guys in the comments your list. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, have a good night, and I hope that we're gonna see each other on the live review on Friday, 2 hours time from now. Check your watches. Yeah, sleep well. Mhm. Ah, okay. When you grow up, you want to be like Darkseid. I don't, because he's not very nice to look at, and he's kind of made out of rock. I mean, he looks like he's made out of rock. Yeah, which is not very practical, I don't think, in terms of other things. I would prefer to be Supergirl. Yeah, or Superman. Well, since I'm a girl, then Supergirl. Or Wonder Woman. Yeah, gonna be pretty satisfied if I'm Wonder Woman. But never mind, guys. Good night and sleep well. Until next time with me, Gary G Reviews.